gentlemen, DETAX friends, heartily welcome to our next live webinar here in Ettling in our academy. Today we have our special guest, Henning Jaecks, product manager from DENTSPLY SIRONA. Henning, could you please introduce yourself a bit?
Sure. Yeah, my name is Henning Jaecks. I'm the solution manager from the Primeprint solution. And yes, I'm based in Bensheim with DENTSPLY SIRONA.
Thanks. Also here with us today is Dr. Marius Kuhn, head of R&D 3D here from DETAX. Please, Marius, give us some words about you.
Yeah, my name is Marius Kuhn. Welcome to all our guests today. And Markus said everything what is to say to me. I'm the chemist here in the company for 3D printing materials. And today we will introduce you our solutions for the Primeprint solution system.
Thanks. So let us start directly. At first, please use the live chat. In the meantime, we will look into the live chat function, give you some answers about your questions. Also, in the end of the webinar, we will give you some more information and more answers to your questions. Primeprint system from DENTSPLY SIRONA. This is the theme today. So, Henning, could you please give us a short overview about the Primeprint system? What is Primeprint?
Yeah, sure, I can. At first, it is a solution, so Primeprint solution. That means it's not just a printer, it's a printer and a so-called PPU. The Primeprint PPU means Primeprint post-processing unit for 2 wash cycles and a post-cure cycle. And through the solution, we also provide some software, the in-lab CAM software, and the in-lab CAD software, but definitely the in-lab CAM software brings everything together. Without that, the solution doesn't work. Therefore, it is a solution. Printer, post-processing unit, and the software.
That means the software to prepare the print job, the printer, washing and curing unit is one system complete.
Right.
Perfect. Sounds good. About the materials, Marius, can you tell us something about the material works in the printing systems at the moment?
Yeah, we have different printing systems, printing materials for the system. We have, of course, a few technical products, but we have also medical products. All our materials are specially adjusted for this printing system. So we have in this term, we call it Primeprint materials. We have a guide material for drilling guides and surgical guides. We have a splint material, of course, for splints. We have a tray material. We have two different model materials for master models and so on. And the other model is the Model T. It's a special design model material for heat resistance, so you can use it for thermoforming foils. And of course, the last material is the cast material for burning out objects like partial frameworks and so on.
Nice. But if I remember correctly, the material is not in bottles, it is in a special case, right?
Yes, especially for these printing systems, we have our materials here in these cartridges. So it's only for this printer possible to use. And of course, it's a closed system. Normally with our bottles, we work with open printing systems, but in this case, it's a closed system. And this is very important. So with these cartridges and these chips on the cartridges, there's no chance to misuse a material.
That is a good point. Henning, the RFID tags on the cartridge. As I know, the system knows in each process step what kind of material is inside, what kind of print job is inside, what is needed to do. It makes all automatically, if I'm right. Could you please give us some more details from the workflow? So if you take the material in and we will start a print job, what is needed for the customer to do?
Yeah, this is a good point. So exactly that is that what we want to provide to customers. We started to bring a solution where the customer don't have to be a 3D printing expert. So he just put everything inside the machine and press start, and everything works automatically.
Sorry, but that means this is important. That means It is different to the other systems on the market. It's more plug and play. Take it in and you can start directly. If you're not an expert, it's not a problem.
Right. So we everything handled that with a kind of roboter arm. So picks a building platform up, put it into the vat, print, put it back, and so you always just have to remove one part to another, and that's it.
Great. Nice, that's nice.
Yeah.
What happens is, example, if you send a print job 4-part framework and you take model material inside, or it is model material inside and you will start the print job. Is it possible?
No, as long as you think about a medical application, exactly the material, what is needed for that, it's also needed in the system. If you have the wrong material, you always get on the display a message, okay, don't use this material, you select another application for that. This don't fit, use this and this material. Yeah.
Great. What is needed for the customer? So we can open it shortly and look inside. There's one box inside,
Sure.
as I know.
Sure.
Please open it.
So this is maybe a little bit the secret behind everything. This is a
Okay.
so-called Primeprint box.
Yes.
It's kind of a transportation box and the building platform. So, and this is the reason why.
Okay, so this is the building platform is directly into the box.
Right.
That means you don't have any contact with the liquid material. It is complete covered.
Right.
Great.
And
Okay.
that's a little bit the secret or how we can handle that without any gloves. You never come in contact with the resin.
Okay,
So
this is a good point. You don't need gloves, you don't need glasses like in the others, because you need to save your eyes, you need to save your skin. Here it's covered and it is not needed.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah.
Good.
And also here's a small RFID tag on it. So therefore, we
it's
also,
all-
if we go into the post-processing unit, also the system understands, aha, this is the building platform with the job X. And then the system understands, okay, here, we also
Great.
need this and this washing container.
Okay. And Marius, about the container, is there anything we need to think about the material? Is it good or it's not good for the material, or it's not a problem at all if you work like this?
No, there's
Complete in a box.
There's no problem with the box. So you can use every materials inside. There's no problems like any contaminations or so on. As you see the orange box, so it's no problem to handle it in a normal room with the light. It's
Okay, this is also an important
It's also
point.
an important point that you have no problems that there's material which hardened in the light. So it's very easy and simple to use this box and to work with.
That means for our customers, normally you need to close the windows, you make sure that no UV light is in the lab, because the vat is open normally, the platform is open. And here in the cartridges, it is completely closed, so it's not a problem at all. And also during the workflow, it's completely covered from UV light, right?
Yes. You have
Okay,
also
great.
inside the printer, you have the material unit. When you put inside this unit, you put the cartridge in. So also
This is one.
the vat is always closed from light. So you can put it out of the printer and you can change different material and use with another material, put it in the cupboard. So no problem with that.
Next point means you don't need to cover it by yourself. If you take it out, it's automatically covered,
By
and
the
you can
cartridge.
take it in the stock example. By the cartridge, it's covered. And how long it is stable in the cartridge? How long can you take it to the stock example? If you need it 2 weeks later, the material, what is needed to do?
But there's no problem because the printer says what you have to do.
Okay.
If you use the cartridge the first time, the printer says, yes, please shake it well, open the wall, which you have to remove for the first start, and everything the printer says. So if you print, it's no problem. The printer makes everything, and after 2 days, 3 days, months, if you use the material again, the printer says, please check the material inside the bed. There's always a slider which is moving in the beginning of each print job, so there's no problem with the material. You can use it again and again, and till the end of life of the material.
But if you shake it, only the cartridge, right?
Only
not the complete one,
Of course.
because also in the vat there's material. If you shake it, then
That's
it is
not the best option.
not the best idea.
Only the
Okay,
cartridge.
great. That was the situation in the printers. So that means the print job is done. What is needed next with the box assembly?
So you mean everything it's done, so material unit is inside and
Yes.
Okay, so this is a material unit with the cartridge. You just put that in. So this is the take you have to do to change material. So this is
That's all.
one material.
Okay.
And then you bring the material, there's a Primeprint box inside, and thanks to the RFID tags in the VAT and also on the material units, the systems always understand, okay, now everything is prepared, the job is selected, you close the door, and the job starts.
Great. We start the job, and after printing, what is the next step?
After printing, you just put that out. In this case, the already printed part is hanging on the building platform.
Yes, okay.
So your roboter arm puts it back into this transportation box, and then you carry it over to the PPU, put that into the PPU, and again, the roboter arm will pick up the building platform and went to the two washing containers. This is the washing container 1, washing container 2, and then on the right side is the post-curing box.
Yes.
And under nitrogen atmosphere, we do the post-curing, and then the roboter arm picks it up again, put it back into the transportation box.
Great.
Put that out.
So you need to take it in. It goes automatically to the first washing step, second washing step, curing.
Right.
And then it goes back to the box.
Yes.
And what you need is only you need to take out the box.
That's it.
And then you can take out the ready, fixed, washed and cured print job.
Yeah.
And you can do the finishing.
Right.
Easy.
Easy.
Really easy. About the situation in the printer and also in the PPU. Marius, we need to do for all medical devices a complete validation. The validation is here also done, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so that means the time for the first washing, second washing step, also the queuing is complete validated with DENTSPLY SIRONA together. It is fixed, and this is one benefit of this closed system. It is absolutely safe. You can't do anything wrong, right?
Yeah, you can't do anything wrong. The customer has no problem. He only have to put inside the correct components. And of course,
But if not, the machine will let you know, sorry, that's wrong.
yes,
Right? Okay.
if not, that's wrong. So, and then it's no problem. All is validated. The customer has nothing to do with like curing times or washing times. He has only to put on the bottom and it works.
Okay. And also for the future, it is safe for all of us because it's under MDR registered. So that means we are safe for the future completely.
Yeah.
Great. Henning, can you give us a little bit more information in detail about the one special process, one special material? What is needed, most needed in the market? What is the question of the customers about assemble model material or something like this?
Yeah, it's a good point. So in the beginning, if we start with the system, we exactly do that. We follow the FDA guidance. So how to prepare a medical application, and that's definitely build a system for medical applications. For sure, it's also possible to do models, very accurate models, no problem. But I guess the biggest advantage of this system is really to do medical applications. And there we follow the complete guidance, especially for if we pick up the guide material, we start with the in-lab cut software or with the CEREC cut software on our side to do the CEREC guide 100% complete validated from one starting point in the designing software or in the design itself, and closing with the cured and already
final application in the end.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Great.
For example. Yeah.
Good. So you say the benefit of the system also is more for medical devices. technical devices is also not a problem. Particle framework, or if you will print models, master models with stumps and dies, it's not a problem at all. All the situation, all the settings are inside of the printer, and you can use it directly.
Right.
Okay, we have some more details here at the moment for about the Primeprint system, or we can go to this to the chat and give the guys some answers about the questions. Now, okay. So thank you at first for all the questions in the chat right now in the live chat. Let me check your questions here. The first one is for Kami. What kind of materials is available at the moment? I think we gave you the answer right now. The next one is Egon asked about the price of the system, of the complete system. Henning, can you give us some information about the price?
Sure. So usually in Europe we speak about around 30,000 euros. It's 29,700 or something list price.
Only for the printer.
For both, for the complete
For the
system. No,
system,
not
okay.
just the printer and not just the PPU, the complete solution. So also the inlab CAM and inlab CAD software is involved. So,
yeah. Okay. So great.
Two devices and two softwares.
Yeah. Thanks. Good. The next one is Marika asked something about is the system available, or when it is available, when can the customer buy it?
Yeah, you can buy it immediately. So we launched the system in May last year.
Yeah.
And for sure, we have so much of them, we also sell it.
Great, sounds good. Thanks. I could ask, it is an open system. That's what we said before. I'm sorry, no, this is a closed system, but a closed system in this case means it is safe for you. You have the plug and play function. There are some benefits in this closed system. The next one is, how long can we take the cartridges in the stock? This is the next question. So Marius, we talked before short about it. What is the longest time to leave it in the stock? So the first situation, new material, and the second situation, used material. So after the first or second printer.
Yeah, as I said, there's not a big problem. For the first material, of course, you have the lifetime of the material. At the moment, we have 2 years of the shelf life, but I hope that we can increase it to 3 years in a few.
It is 2 years at the moment because it's new, right?
Correct.
So we need some time to check it, and after that we can switch to.
Because it's a different system. It's with the cartridges. We don't know what happens. Of course, we make a lot of tests and we know our materials, of course. But in these cartridges, we have to check different storage conditions and look what is possible with the valve, of course, where the material comes out, and so that we have to check. So at the moment, 2 years, but we hope we can increase it to 3 years. And of course, inside the material, inside the cartridge or inside the wet of the printing in the material unit, you can also use it to the shelf life. But as I said before, you have to check what is the printer saying. Have you to remix the material inside the cartridge? Have you remix with the slider inside the wet? So, but the printer is doing everything by itself.
Great, thanks. Okay, the next question. The next question is, how long about is printing time for a model printer sample? This is one question for Henning. So a model print, some guys use it flat, some guys at 90 degrees. Let's talk about the flat situation. How long about is the model printing time, only for printing?
Yeah, sure. As you said, this depends at the end, but if we speak about flat and not too high, let's say an average height of a model, we speak about 30 to 35 minutes, something like that.
30, 35 minutes, sounds good. Okay, thanks. We got a lot of questions in the live chat. We will give you later, the back office will give all the answers to you. Also, if you have some special questions about the Primeprint system, I'm sure we can send it to Henning or to DENTSPLY SIRONA for the support, and you can give these guys the answer. Okay,
sure.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. The time is running. Also, Henning and Marius, thank you very much for your time. I hope we could give you a good overview about the system. For more details, for more question in detail, please let us know. Write us an email, use the live chat. Contact your contact partner here at DETAX or DENTSPLY SIRONA. Also, of course, we will let you know the next live webinar will come. Thank you very much and talk to you soon.